Well, that would be the dream if we just posted at 50 supply and we're inside Zeppelins and nothing happens for 10 minutes. Wouldn't that be grand?
Well, then I got more time to talk to you. It's always a good time.
We could also talk about something else that involves bears, which I recently became acquainted with. Neo, do you know the documentary Grizzly Man?
No.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Alright, it's about this guy. I forgot his name. He was like a middle-aged blonde dude in America, and he was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna become the grizzly man. I'm gonna go to Alaska, and I'm gonna protect the grizzly bears. Because the grizzly bears need protection from the government and poachers and whatever, right? He felt very in tune with bears and nature, and he lived there. And it's pretty impressive, actually. For like 12 years or something, always hanging out with the grizzly bears in the valleys and in the forests and stuff. And didn't think he was protecting them until one day they only found his bones and, you know, dislocated arms and spine. Is there a moral somewhere in that story? I don't know. But I guess what we can't take away from that is bears are scary. And it's a good documentary as well. You should watch it.
That went sideways very, very quick. Let's see if the games go sideways as well. Because if I look at the inventory of Colorful, this is amazing. Claws, slippers, circlets. He has by far the better damage output of the two Demon Hunters, and with that should be able to claim map control.
Also, slightly faster with the creeping. Both now very, very close to the level 3. You know, when the change was made with the ring +3 on the small camp, I first didn't like it because we have so many rings there in the mix now. But on second thought nowadays, I think it was a very good change. Because it makes the very lucky case very unlikely. You know what I mean? The craziest thing was always when you take 2 small camps and you get like double mantle or double slippers, for example. That would be so extremely strong, you can easily swing the early game. But nowadays, with a total of 6 items in the pool, in that small drop table, it's very unlikely. So, I like it. Good change.
How likely is this inventory for Colorful? When of Illusion perfect, Slippers perfect, Claws, Circle perfect. 15 Sway shouldn't really be able to stand a chance, to be honest. But he has boots, his opponent does not. Maybe he can carve an edge from that.
Did Colorful... Wait. Did the Hunter's Hall already finish? There's no way he's not playing Bear, right?
There's more way that he just forgot. But it might just be at the lab.
Yeah, maybe it's already done. He only made 3 archers. And going for Keeper second are both. This is a new development in this matchup where the Naga is really falling off with the strength of Thorn's aura in the late game. Even on aggressive maps like this, the Naga, not the preferred choice anymore. And yeah, Colorful had the Hunter's Hall up and ready nice and early. So here are the lures. And he is going for Ultra Vision this game. Thank you, Colorful.
Yeah, this makes little army drops into the enemy base less likely, I'd say. With Naga, you can always Zeppelin drop and Fork Lightning and get rid of some Wisps and then carve out an edge when it comes to upgrades. With the Keeper, that's a lot harder. But yeah, his big strength, as you said, level 3 onwards, that Thorn's aura is amazing. FFA players knew this for a long time. One-on-one players follow up shortly. And here is the Keeper number 1. No Ultra Vision on 15 Sway's side, but so far, given the inventory of a Demon Hunter, he's holding his ground.
Colorful suicided his Ancient of War into the creeps. That is unnecessary mistake number 6 today.
Oh, you're keeping track, huh? Okay.
I mean, it's so weird. Like, he does so many things so well, and then there are also a couple of doofy moments in there. And now he can't creep. He has to play aggressive, but has no mana to do it.
There's also no dispel just yet, so Entangle might get him a few kills. No last... Oh, is there a last hit? No, not even an attempt. Okay, Demon Hunter, how far can you carry?
Not interested in the archers at the start, rather chasing after the Keeper, but that one doesn't make it to safety. Colorful will have to back up, has to wait for more units. With the Dryads in there slow, I guess he can also creep a bit more easily, and especially, of course, once the Bears are finished. Do you remember, Neo? This is a trivia question for you. Warcraft 3 history trivia question. Do you remember the comment that Electug had about bears and rejuvenation?
Oh
His
my.
statement on bears and rejuve.
There's a lot of legendary statements from Electug. Let me write Imba with my peons is obviously one. That was funny.
No, specifically though, about bears and
No,
rejuve.
I do not.
Well, back then, in classic epic Electug fashion, he said, well, Night Elves have this ability called rejuvenation, which they also need desperately, so that they don't get out-microed by the creeps.
That is not funny.
Incorrect, that's actually very funny.
We have a fight here. Let's see who out-micros who. Dryad saved to the side by 15 sway. Everything quite hurt, but I don't think he's overextending at all. He's getting the Dryad kills. Equalized. And man, that Demon Hunter. This is so powerful on colorful side in the blue here, killing one archer after the next. And maybe in the end it was an overcommitment, as it forced the TP.
Alright, some archers went down. I guess one Dryad each. Pretty even exchange in the end as we look at the experience points. 15 sway is far ahead on the keeper. That is a noticeable lead, but he doesn't have the TP anymore. And especially in Bear Mirror against Doom drops, that can be very dangerous.
Okay then. Going for the consumables here. What's it gonna be? Orb of Venom online on both sides. Bears coming online on both sides. Supply also relatively even. 2 archers still left against 0. So more optimal 50 supply army for Colorful. And hey, you might be right here. You need the rejuvenation against the rock golem. Electug was onto something.
And as often on AZ, we creep in the corners and leave each other alone until most creep camps are gone.
You're not a fan, huh? Of this map?
I'm a big fan of Ted, who removed AZ from the Ted Cup. Good guy.
You're visionary, one could say.
Dude, I annoyed him for like 3 weeks on WeChat.
Oh god, you can be very annoying, I know that.
Yeah, and I'm sure many people appreciate that we have some new maps in the pool. And AZ never was the most interesting map, I'm afraid.
Oh, we're getting red spots involved. But he can't really creep that, can he? Alright. That will take some time. What do we got?
Power of Grayskull. You may.
Wow, you know He-Man?
I know the power of Grayskull. and I know Skeletor. And
Cool.
you don't have to, you must not ask me much more.
Okay. What do we got item-wise? Huh? He did pick up the item, but where is it? Am I?
Ancient Django.
Oh my god, I was looking at the wrong side. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of a damage boost. This also makes it so the bears hurt themselves a little more in confusion. Protection scroll ready. Talisman on the other side. Wonderful for a keeper. And 15 sway has to defend now.
Being taken out. It's going to supply block 15 sway. He's already down by a little bit of supply. The bear count's looking good. He's got 5 bears charging forward. Looks like Caliphate just wants to take out the Moonwells. TP home. If he saves the bear, this will be very successful. Ooh, just barely, if you will allow me. Enough to save him. It's going to be nighttime. Moonjuice regenning. And yeah, successful little attack. I would say Colorful with a bit of a lead here this game.
Yeah, I agree, especially with that inventory, including the scrolls. The big mana potion can be pretty helpful too at a certain point. And man, 15 sway has to rebuild so many Moonwells. This is not where you want to put your money in at this stage of the game. You want to work on upgrades. He's doing that as well, but a little... he's actually ahead. But this will, of course, have repercussions. Colorful staying at 50, waiting for the 60-foot Moonwell. The Dryad is getting caught, but staffed. Oh, here come the dad jokes. The bear mirrors are unbearable. Nice. 4.4 on the demon, 3.4 on the keeper. Slight XP lead for 15 sway.
Speaking of dad jokes, Have you ever heard of the streamer, German streamer, called Solo Gesang?
No.
He's a TFT streamer, and for every stream, every day, he has a new dad joke in his title, which I find hilarious, just the concept. And I can just imagine you looking at those stream titles being like, that's so not funny, that is so stupid, why do you make all these jokes? Which makes it even better.
Alright, we got a fight here. The concave for Colorful is a little better. We have the heal scroll still at the ready. Not the same for 15 Sway. Demon Hunter in a little bit of trouble though, trying to force the retreat. And so far, Colorful, is he losing a bit more here? 3 bears down, 2 scrolls invested, another bear down, 15 Sway, holla!
Quick there though with a Dewspill. Entangled on the Keeper, he perhaps in trouble. Where's the Demon Hunter for Colorful? He's taking forever to come back. Seems like he could have healed up and returned a bit faster. Mana Potion used, so going after the Keeper. Rejuvenation, Dispel, but it's only level 1 Entangle, of course. Wow! Nice calculation though, Colorful aware that he can get the kill there with the damage from the orb. Notably, he didn't have the orb on the first hero, but on the second hero. Oh, Demon caught as well! No Dispel! Oh, just hardly in time.
Oh, he fought the good fight, but then on the retreat, as he had no town portal anymore, Colorful makes a good decision to chase, and now is in a very, very comfortable position. Big mana potion invested, okay, a couple of bears down, alright, but that Keeper kill, man, that is grand. Bear killed as well, level 4 unlocked. And now what's left to fight there? Even 3 bears and a Demon Hunter, no Thorns Aura. 15 Sway, what a fall from grace.
All of a sudden, the game is lost. GG it is! Colorful with a good execution, and there we go. Colorful could rely on his late game mechanics. The micro in the Bear Mirror was always one of his biggest strengths, and didn't botch the early. Also blessed by some really good items. Colorful here looking much more like the player that we're hoping to see in this tournament. But that was only map 1. It started well also earlier. This series is not yet over.
Exactly. But there is definitely a chance for 15 Sway. I was quite impressed with his fight in the middle there. Holding your ground in a Bear Mirror with the Demon Hunter. This inventory isn't the easiest of all. If he cleans this up a little bit and if he covers his retreat a little better, 15 Sway definitely has a shot in this series. If RNG is with him the next game, why not? But yeah, there was a big sigh of relief for Colorful after the game.
Yeah, finally showing what he's made of, showing what he's capable of. And as so often, he trusts in his favorite hero, the Demon Hunter. Especially in this matchup, it's a no-brainer. Only very few players, only very rarely will pick anything else. And the Demon just works. Always works. That is the great thing for Colorful in this matchup. He can always play a style that works. And things don't get too weird normally. Perhaps a Potom every blue moon against players like Moon. But against 15 Sway, that's not really something you have to fear.
No, not at all. Twisted Meadows is next, as you say. Lots of creeping, lots of labs. Curious that this comes through. But yeah, Colorful can't mess too much up here. I'd say the early game, what about the items? They're not as determined as they are on AZ, I'd say. There's also a lot more room to maneuver around your opponent. And we have the starting positions. Upper left-hand side for Colorful, immediately putting the Ancient of War towards the lab. And 15 Sway does the very same thing.
Yeah, I would agree that most of the time, the items here don't have that huge of an impact early. Also because you can't stack on claws so much normally. Although you can get 1 or maybe even 2, but also they're a bit weakened. But there is one big exception, the Knife Mirror. The big heal potion can be a game-winning item already early. If you get 2 archers, 2 mercs, and a heal potion and push your opponent and the opponent has crap items, that can sometimes win you the game. It can be a bit silly, so this will be the big item for both to look forward to. And if you get big healing and slippers, then mamma mia, are you in business.
Mamma mia. 15 Sway with the first lost map of his tournament. Later, he has the pleasure of facing 1-2-0 in Undead vs. Night Elf. Not the easiest task. This is Colorful's last series. Of course, he has to edge out a win, and of course, he starts the map by yawning. Oh, for a long time, that's a big one. Oi, 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 oi. Someone's tired.
You know, this just optimal airflow.
Yep.
You know, you gotta pump that oxygen into the brain so that you make sure not to deny any more last hits. Hopefully, that will be out of his system for the time being for today. And what are we gonna see here? What's the over-under on bears? What do you think?
I don't really know how over and under works. I'm not a betting man myself, but I'd say it's very likely.
I would think so too. It's a big map, lots of stuff to creep. Normally you have time. Both are even going for immolation. Wow, that's some inefficient immolation creeping by Colorful. It's just hitting one target.
You are such a hater today, man. Remo woke up this morning, wrong leg out the bed. Who am I hating on today? The undeads? No, it's 1-0. I'm a big fan of his. Happy, I can't praise on happy. Okay, so let's hate Colorful today.
You know, there's a nice saying for that, and it's called waking up and choosing violence. And
yeah.
So did the Demoner. Took out his frustration on the creeps first. Both are level 2. And items are pretty bad for both. At least as the early game goes. Invo Potion, I would say, even in the early game, not that good. But later on, of course, will be nice.
There's a little bit of free damage with that Invo Potion in a direct exchange. But yeah. With that immolation build, I'd say level 4 is kind of necessary before the first big fight. Colorful, careful with the Ancient of War. Creep still involved here, levels pretty much the same. Slippers and Ring, kind of nice for 15 sway in these battles here. More armor, more damage. But Colorful has the Priest around for a little bit of healing, so that evens out too, as we're cruising smoothly towards tier 2.
Oh, Berserker timing, Berserker timing. If Colorful steals this, 15 sway might be in trouble. Oh, Berserker stolen. If this is double Berserker, this could be a quick gig here. Second Berserker. He's got the gold.
Okay.
Oh, he did get it. Oh, wow. That's a rough position, I think, for 15 Sway. He's facing a big enemy army.
You are seconds ahead of me. I'll refresh, even though I did refresh here. Anyway. He's not doing that much with his pressure, it seems. Containing, yep. Slowing down progress, yep. But not a push or anything.
Keeps the mantle, interestingly.
Not bad for a keeper and not too much gold. Supply block now, Hunter's Halls are coming, so bears become more and more likely, even though we still have the chance to go for double Dryads. But against double Berserker, do you really want to go into a Dryad fight? I don't think so.
Creepjack found, but Kalfa perhaps a little slow on the follow-up.
Yeah, army trailing behind. Demon Hunter almost in his round, but with that inventory can easily either fight or hide. He has both options.
Kalfa now getting some more experience. Ancient of War, the green, the Mercs helping out. Still a very potent Merc army. It's also going to be very valuable for tier 2, by the way. When it comes to Dryads, having that additional piercing damage is going to be nice. Demon now in the main. Can he set up a trap? Force him to TP? Not really.
No, just saving the wisps at the moment. Walking out, a little bit of immolation. But mana is not really a resource you have right now. Keeper on both sides. This time it's 15 sway with the earlier Ultra Vision. And he's a little bit ahead on the Dryads as well. That's of course the courtesy of these 2 Berserkers that were purchased by Colorful. But still, good resources, solid levels, nobody with a big edge. But when it comes to creeping now, especially with the Keeper, Colorful has this massive damage output from 2 Mercs and should get ahead then.
Losing the Ancient of War would hurt here. It seems like we know where the next battlefield is going to be getting set up. 15 Sway now also in a psychological bind. He's got the weaker army, but if he just falls away from the middle, he's back enough from the engagement, which is going to make Colorful feel great, and also probably going to give him the shot then. These double Berserkers were just tremendously helpful. And while Colorful didn't get, I think, any kills, unless you want to count that first Shadow Priest that was denied by the creeps, He's looking in a good spot. Invis Archer also checking out what's going on.
Tier 3 tech is ahead by Colorful as well. There's quite some arguments that he is ahead. Can't argue with Boots either. Both have them now. And this Archer has been revealed. Boop. Down. Dryads are coming. Next creep spot approached by Colorful, and as we said, with these Berserkers, that's super quick. Also with the Ancient of War towards the red spot already, which could give you pretty good items. Same for the shop here. Vamp Aura waiting, the perfect one in a Bear Mirror alongside Devotion Aura, I'd say.
Demon very close to 3. Oh, so damn close.
Got it now. And with that, the mana burn advantage. No evasion though, which might be necessary exactly in these situations. Entangle, Focus Fire, Archer goes down. This has been the same on Amazonia as well. And the Demon Hunter is under fire, man. Absolutely noticeable how there's no misses here on the first hero. Can he get these Berserkers? That's a lot of XP. He's diving deep for it. Invo Potion at the ready. No Dispel right now. I might be forced into one of these. Here we go. Level 3. Finally switching the target to the Keeper of the Grove. And Entangle. Entangle galore.
It's the Colorful Dryads. We're really late right there. Oh, Invo Potion gets the save. Enemy Invo Potion also going to be used. Everything is hurt.
Keeper.
Everything's close to dying.
Keeper just dead. What happened there? It's only level 1, okay, but it was so exposed on the cost of a Dryad, maybe. It feels like Colorful has better end of the stick right there, and snowbally matchup this Night of Mirror is.
Yeah, pretty impressive for Colorful to be so late with his own Dryads. As we saw, 50 Sway had his Dryads way earlier, which are a big boost. But still, it seems like Colorful wins that engagement, but everything's hurt. Might be hard now to heal up. Try to take out the Ancient of War. Would take forever, but there's still a big prize to be claimed. The Troll Warlord still has his bounty.
Would have been so funny if he loses if he has this good fight and then loses the Demon Hunter to the Ancient of War. But of course, not here at the Summer Championships. Alrighty. It's time for bears, and we have no laboratories opened up yet for Zeppelins. We might move away from that. Ancient of War finally getting killed after a little bit of healing. 15 Sway goes out on the map again. He needs to work on the levels as well as Colorful. Level 4 on the Demon, level 3 on the Keeper is what you desire. And of course, stack up some scrolls.
So we mask. Found is not the dream. Wait, was it the same for both?
Yep.
No. Ah, yeah, it was. Okay.
Yeah. Both sold. Oh no, 15 Sway keeps it for now. Dust at the ready, Invo Potion at the ready for Colorful. And Creepcraft. The good thing about Twisted Meadows is that there's a myriad of creeps. But Colorful, are you charging up push? Yeah.
He's got the TP. Could use that to get out if things get hairy. Wait, is there... Did he make a shop? Didn't see the full base for 15 Sway. Yeah, there is a shop. Okay, we just didn't see it.
Alright. Is that the first big fight? Colorful has a supply lead. Ogre goes to Colorful. Alongside the next item. They both feel a bit hesitant here, but 15 Sway willing to commit.
More bears, 15 Sway, but there's the staff. Both of them do have the staff. Quick Dispel, but also Dispel against the Rejuve. Both quick on the trigger here with the Abolish Magic. Which you need to be.
Okay, one mistake and
hurt,
lose you
no
the
Invo anymore.
game. That's the staff. Gets the bear with one more shot. There we have it. Okay, Demon Hunter out of the fight. Quite an opening here in the Demon Hunter. Yeah, he's diving immediately. He was close to the base, but 15 Sway is pretty much getting pummeled here.
This entangle could lead to a kill. Level 4 already on the demon. Looking for more with the entangle. Does he get in range? Rejuve just in time. Catch the keeper though. Got the kill before, which kind of started the downward spiral, and the keeper is dead again. So is the archer. That's level 3, and it seems to be a clean 2-0 now.
Always has been Colorful's best matchup and the best playstyle in his best matchup. Don't go into Bear Mirror with Colorful. You'll lose.